I've been looking for you. We're gonna have a good time in here.
Hey, Solomon is in control up there.
Yeah, I'm down for some clubbing. Where are you thinking? Tequila La? That place is so played out, homie. I heard of a place where this guy's just serving drinks out of his basement. Sounds real urban. All right. Peace, bro.
Hello there! Welcome! How are you doing today? That's a great price! That's a particularly good price. If you have any questions, I'm here. We specialize in those. Thanks. Hope you have a great day.
All right with you, baby.
They should have cookies.
Science is being stripped out of the federal websites right now. And so this will affect, but in the near term, its economies, people's health, wealth, happiness are tied to this story in so many ways.
Yeah, obviously we'll be following it all closely with you, Phil Weir. Thank you for breaking that down. Thank you all so much for joining us. CNN Newsnight with Abby Phillips is up next.
Tonight, unpopular, instead of very shrewd, celebrated head of state, but as weakening the economy, he said he was fixed. Plus, the president in Wonderland. A judge tells Trump point blank he can't act like the Queen of Hearts, yelling off with their heads. Also, the odd couple. Gavin Newsom puts a mic in front of Steve Bannon.
Also appreciate that you call balls and strikes. I'm just honored to have you on here.
Inviting anger.
This is insane.
And head scratching from fellow Democrats. And made the
Mm-mm.
always
Mm-mm.
an original
It's mom.
Good evening, I'm Abby Phillips of New York. Let's get right to what America's talking about. They let you do anything. Or do they? Tonight, Donald Trump has finally found out what the country won't let him do in the middle of Fifth Avenue. It's a question our friend Essie Tubb is asking after the president once bet his voters would remain loyal pretty much no matter what.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any votes, okay? Like your brother.
Hey,
56% say they don't like the stance of the economy. That is the
Mm.
start of this first week. And 42% in our poll say the economy is the issue that matters most to them. Joining us in the 15th is CNN's local economic analyst, Donna Kolar. Let me turn first. Before we get to economics, there's a lot to get to on the politics of this all.
What are y'all doing?
hey.
No.
Hello, hello.
Um,
I saw you the whippet can in my butt cheeks, but it took me way too long to get it up there.
100%. You know, in business community, it's starting to get really, really blurry. I'm hearing from a lot of CEOs, they're starting to talk to each other and just say, what the heck is going on? You know, there's a and say, if rich in this country, I'm not certain she would become rich in Ireland. Yet they go to these other places.
Go away. Ah, cookies, bitch, cookies.
One and only Gavin Newsom. Liberals are furious about that. Look at this.
Welcome. Have I got news for you? News Saturday on CNN.
What are you doing, Anna?
Working on my daily profile. See? I think that's me.
Anna, how do you sleep at night?
On a mattress. I got a mattress for it. It's got cooling technology.
Oh God. Oh God. What's going on? Drop. I don't know how to say that. What you gonna watch? I'm gaming, so that's what I'm doing. Bitch, where did he go?
Good to see you.
I'm dying. Oh wow. I'm playing some GTA online. What is that? What is stone? What is that? Hey! Calm the fuck down. Literally hurting fucking cats. Jesus. Bitch, what? Anyway, I have cats, so, you know. They like to fight. I like your wig. Girl, thank you. I can't wait till I'm done with these curls. I'm gonna spray it with some hairspray, so hopefully they stay. When I, take these curls out, or pins out, I should say. So
Right here.
that'll be fun.
What's up?
Are you lesbian like me? Lesbian? Oh, you're a lesbian.
Okay, how about we do?
Oh, wow. So, okay. So I have questions. Are you a real life lesbian? I have questions. What's going on? 29-year from Arkansas. Okay, wow. So you're a lesbian. I'm not a lesbian. Um, I'm not, but I'm all about that. More for you. That's why I look at it. More for you. I actually think that I'm like asexual because I don't like penis really, and I don't really like ladies. So, you know, I don't really know what's going on right now. But you're in Arkansas and you're like a lesbian. How does that work? Like, how is dating? You just love to exist. Where did it go? Work very well. Always on Bumble. Easy to find. Love one night stands. Oh, so you like running through them like the Tomb Raider. Okay, I got you. That's your game. Running through them like a Tomb Raider. Yeah, I'm not for that lifestyle. Yes, like I'm a fucking bulldozer. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that lifestyle, because I don't really. I have been there, done that. It's just like, all right, genitals are genitals to me. So, all right. That's how I look at it. I'm like, okay, genitals are genitals. Cool, you have genitals, great. Everyone has genitals, great. Okay, cool. I feel like he's sending me to the wrong locations on purpose. I really feel like he's doing this. But okay. It is what it is. Damn straight, it is what it is. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Not you. What do you do for a living, if I may ask? I work at a museum doing history shit. Where is he taking me? See, what is he? Okay. I'm just chilling with my dogs and my joint. Where? Bitch, where? And listening to some country music. Okay, so you like some country. Okay. Well, speaking of country, how do you feel about Beyonce's country album? Did you like that? What are you doing? What are you doing? Calm down. It's like a puke on a sidewalk. Oh, wow. Well, well, some people feel that way, I guess. I guess you have very strong feelings about that lady. So what kind of museum do you work? Archaeology? Oh, God, no. I mean, I do history, like, not archaeology. That's the study of bones, right? Like ancient bones, right? No, I don't do that. Yeah, digging in the ground for old bones and pots and pans is not something I'm interested in doing. Not with these nails. I'm not interested in doing that. Not with these nails. No, no thank you. I'm good. What are you doing? Okay, nice to chat with you. See ya. Hey, why did they? What are you doing? Thanks for stopping by, Dropmatic. Oh, okay, I said it right finally. Dropmatic. Damn, it's all foggy and shit. I gotta stop eating these cookies. The fuck happened? Damn it!
You know city weather aren't just gonna bend over, right? Get ready for them to go big before they go home. Deal with that how you want, as long as the depot goes.
Fuck.
You motherfucker!
You are right.
Alright, shopping trip. Get your coupons out and head over to Humane Labs. With those peace and love losers gone, we are on track to take over the whole industry. But we might need a few professional grade precursor chemicals for the old lab setup. What's a precursor chemical, Dex? Oh, great question, Fresh Meat. I got no freaking idea. But I'm gonna hand you over to my personal physician for the nerd stuff. Lab rat! Get over here and tell Fresh Meat what a precursor chemical is. Hey, this thing on? Okay, my friend, precursor chemicals. The building blocks. I'm gonna spare you the lecture on organic chem and just say acids now. Most of the chems are pretty rare, and they're on the government's blacklist. You can't buy them without the DEA looking over your shoulder. So, we gotta steal them. That's right. And when it comes to high-quality, federally prohibited chemicals, Humane Labs is the only store in town. Now, you're the kind of person with some hacking tools, right? Once you get through the door, we're gonna need some kind of intel on their inventory. Send a pic to Lab Rat, and we take it from there. Once you're at Humane Labs, hack your way in. Needless to say, the shadiest shit state-funded biological research lab is well guarded. Stay low if you can.
I don't recall doing this at all.
intel on their stock and send it to us.
Oh! You piece of shit! I'll kill you! Ah! Shit, it's Huntington! Huntington's hurt!
But Intel, which one? I don't remember this one.
Hell yeah! Lab Rat says we hit the jackpot. There's a bunch of the chemicals he needs all crated up. Grab them.
Iran, on Israel, Gaza, or Palestine, is that we seem to be witnessing a kind of erosion of First Amendment rights in real time.
And answer Secretary of State to our according to this, can sort of unilaterally hinges on that phrase, the potentially serious foreign policy. Is there any insight, albeit the subjectivity of this, is there insight into what exactly the adverse foreign policy consequences in criminal cases?
Yeah, it's interesting, Laura, because, I actually committed that position last night. I think I was the first person to conclude that that was going to be the radical movement that they were going to bring against. But now it's important to note that the Immigration and Nationality Act also says that those serious foreign policy concerns can't be based upon speed or activity to the law of the United States. Secretary of State compromise of the foreign relations of the United States. Mr. Trudeau's going to have an opportunity to get paid for it. Probably if I had to guess what he's going to pay, everything that I gave all my activity, all land, were lawful in the United States. Therefore, this provision doesn't apply to me. And the more that I read about what various people say that this is going on in the United States and the real is that this will be, adjudicated in the court of law, not the court of public opinion, which is what's happened so far. So this case isn't ended. He does have due process rights. He will have the opportunity to present a case to court. And I think we're going to find a lot more out about this case as it goes along.
And yet, I can't the government's stated interest in something and then the personal interest and how they balance whether they can in fact suppress or infringe on person's rights. Foreign policy, immigration, or areas the courts often defer. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio says that the case is not about citizens not having the right to the What's your response to that?
Well, that's what that's not an issue is again, the fact that non-citizens, especially of the lawful, they have the same rights as the rest of us. And let's look at the government's case so far as what we know of it. They have not alleged that he occupied buildings. They have not alleged that he was responsible for the destruction of property. They have not alleged that he directly decided anything. So again, this is the most that his press secretary is saying, putting forward, is that he may have committed or made open media. It is very hard to secure that with the move of revocation of green cards. No matter what, how this plays out, he still will ultimately have to go before an immigration judge. And the fact that there are many people situated like Mr. Khalil, we have about 13 million lawful permanent residents in the United States, 1 million foreign students here on visas. And this, to me, seems to be a test case of potential executive overreach into what are their rights. And I would say that all Americans should be concerned about this because this type of encroachment on our civil liberties impacts all of us.
That's going to be the crux of the issue here, right? That what his actual actions are. But then you go against Andrew that subjectivity of who gets to determine what those actions are and what they should go out a day. And the White House has to deal with part of the brief that it should be flyers with the logo of the pro-Hamas propaganda. When you look at the allegation that the group may have done something, that they have seemingly said that he has encouraged or somehow led the group, what is the tension you see in him being able to make his case to stay?
Well, that's really going to be the issue. The issue is going to be what role he plays by what is called the Columbia University Apartheid Divest Movement and what activities that he may be actually engaged in, and to the degree that it incited terrorist activity, or alternatively infringed on the rights of students, other students, to get education at Columbia University. It's important to note, Laura, that about 36.2% of all students at Columbia University are foreign students.
And the way in which those students, all students in all universities in the United States are treated has a direct impact on the foreign relations of the United States. There's a principle, I'm sure Raul will agree with me, called reciprocity. Basically, pretty foreign nationals, the way that they treat our citizens when they go abroad to become foreign nationals then. So, you know, to the degree that there is, you know, threats against individuals, that they're unable to go to class, that school don't take notice, those all may be issues that play directly into the foreign policy determination that Secretary of State Vidya has made. Again, all of this is going to be argued for. We're going to have the opportunity to make this. The one thing that I would beg all of your listeners and all Americans to do is to understand that we do have a legal system. We do have due process for country. All of these issues will be resolved in the court of law.
And Lawrence, Lawrence, these issues will certainly be resolved in the court of law. Meanwhile, Khalil is in immigration detention, 1,300 miles from home. He hasn't had proper access to his attorney, and it could be weeks before his case is actually adjudicated on merit.
And it's so much, it's not so much idea of how the length of people who are up in these detention facilities waiting for immigration hearings, it could be many more than just weeks as well. Andrew also, Raul is there. He said, Republican pollster Frank Luntz, a Democrat strategist and former senior advisor for the Bernie Sanders presidential campaign, Dr. Rocha, glad to have you both here. I mean, there are Democrats that are releasing a letter that is demanding for Trump to rock this pursuit eventually of Captain Ben Khalil. If you had only 14 Democrats that signed it, why?
There's a number of reasons. One is that the Jewish lobby is very strong in the Democratic Party and Republican Party, and they don't want to see ads going to get them in their own Congress. It's always about politics and money to begin with. Second of all, it's a issue out there in the electorate where they don't really understand it. They understand that there are illegal they understand that there was disturbance in Columbia. People can't have the time in their day to put those two together. But when Democrats talk about this, we'll be talking about the First Amendment. There's lots of things that go on every day that I disagree with, and people have the right. They have the right to say what they need to say. I think this is one of these definite benefits.
What's your perspective on it, Frank?
There's free speech, which is 90% support. There's protest, which about 70% support the right to protest. Then when it comes down to hate, it drops down to 20%, and violence at 10%. Hamas is a violent organization. They teach violence. They kill Israelis by the hundreds, thousands. And the public does not support them. This one individual did say the public simply wants university places that run. They do not want to take away someone's right to protest. I'll be clear about that. But when the protest crosses over into either hate speech or into calls for violence, lovely or violent, it's awful. Let's get this sense.
Fucking awesome! Drive over to the mobile lab right back to the free shop.
I think it basically oppose what you want, but I'll fight like hell for you to say it. The idea of targeting this particular person as opposed to criminal conduct charged against others who participated, does that suggest this is a pretext or something more?
Let's take it back to January 6th when the president would tell us he had the right to stand there and tell people to go to the Capitol and let their voice be heard. Some could interpret that as violence. That's good. On their phone. I couldn't find it.
Just be sure to wipe your ass, okay?
So, are they being consistent in the fact that they have been condemning people who have tried before? It's only 14 signed on to this letter. I'm not saying that the content
people who feel like campaigns every day for a living. And there's one thing all Democrats have in common, is they're very cold. It's like they're walking around with natural vision, and they don't even know you're
And yet it's not about ideology, it's about a person. It's about change to bring to America. And on an issue like this, Republicans don't support finance, they don't support what led to women getting beaten up, what led to Jewish students either coming out of the traffic and getting poverty, or simply staying in their doors. That is something you see in the reaction. Perhaps it's no reaction. It's the reason why the public wanted to change, why they voted for Donald Trump in the first place. Stability, safety, security. These are common sense, not ideological. And those people who voted for Trump don't want the disparity or U.S. or the versus not the number. They just want a peace and quiet. They want to focus on it. Go ahead.
Oh, I gotta stop eating these cookies.
It kills 99.9% of bad breath germs for 5 times more cleaning power than brushing and flossing alone. Get a next level clean with Listerine. Feel the look.
For long-lasting arthritis pain relief. If you're looking for the one, find the home with a short commute to work. Find the one in a great school district. And find it exclusively in professionally sourced listings. Download the Realtor.com app today.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a transparent fee structured so we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
I told you I don't need these anymore. I have Sling. This critical crime falls for the critical news coverage that Sling provides.
Get the
most important. The test. GMC's here.
Send money.
Introducing the all-new SoFi Plus, America's most rewarding financial membership. All the you get our highest APY on savings, plus a 1% match on recurring SoFi Invest deposits, plus unlimited access to financial planners, plus so much more. And now, when you subscribe to SoFi Plus, you can win one of America's top ambitions. Enter the Power of Plus sweepstakes today. SoFi, get your money back. Hourly Amazon employees, an average of $100 per hour. Across America.
date tonight.
Let's go. We'll share the deliveries for the whole family.
Please.
Should I go along?
No. Don't tell your mother anything.
Why would I use Sims to have my ED meds delivered to my door? I love pharmacy.
Why would I use medically proven ingredients?
Why am I not getting the agency, bitch? What's going on?
Why would I choose weight loss treatment for food? I love selling off my prized possessions.
Why wouldn't I get high quality care? I love Hims. Get treatment you'll actually love at Hims.com.
Eating healthy is hard, but now everything we eat is easy, delicious, and good for the whole family. How? Hungry Root. Hungry Root delivers healthy groceries with easy 4-ingredient recipes, so you can have a healthy home-cooked meal in minutes. With Hungry Root, you save hours planning, shopping, and cooking. That's why 90% of customers report improved health with Hungry Root. Hungry Root. Healthy groceries and simple recipes. Plus, get free veggies for life.
Welcome back. Have I got news for you? New Saturday on CNN.
Remember the promises of an economic boom?
So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down, starting on day one. I'm just going to get elected. That's the only reason our economy is strong. That's the only reason the stock market is up. The Biden economic bust will quickly be replaced with the Trump economic boom. Well, we're not at day one. We're nearly 2 months into his second term, and an early report card is in fact out. And Americans are sour on this economy. A new CNN poll showing Trump's economic disapproval at an all-time high of 56%. That was worse than any time, by the way, any time during his first term. Frank Luntz and Chuck Rocha, they're big talk with you now. We're all joined by Summer Forest White House correspondent Shelby Talcott. This is fascinating. I want to go to you, Frank, on this because the economy is the number one priority we see across polling boards all the time for American voters. And the president's numbers, which usually seem to thrive, have taken a heck of a hit. So is this a red flag that he will notice? Is it an opportunity to course correct? What?
It's really not the economy. It's not inflation. It's affordability. How much it costs for food and fuel, housing, and health care. And in fact, when we asked the question in the last couple of weeks, affordability beats the economy by almost 3 to 1. That's a precise mark. And the negative ratings are based on a simple issue that I don't think this administration gets or understands fully. Tariffs. They have not made the case for why it's necessary. They go in and they come out. He says he's going to do it, and then he's not. Americans do not want to be put at a disadvantage, and they want to fight back against companies, countries that are trading against them in unfair ways. If you don't understand why you put them in and take them out, put them in and take it out, and you want to make sure that it's not going to affect their bottom line. The mission is correct. The communication is not.
That's the devil's in the details, Shelby. I mean, given the market, given that back and forth of the tariff whiplash, what's happening behind the scenes in the White House?
Well, behind the scenes, genuinely, the administration is defending its actions. And I actually was asking somebody close to the president earlier about, what do you actually think of what's going on? I have an interesting message. This person said it's well worth it, these numbers that you're seeing that are going up and down. And they added that the faster, the better. Because, of course, the president only has 1 term left. And what I thought was interesting was they said the sooner this ends and normalization returns, the better we will do in the midterms. So I thought that was notable because they clearly are looking at a marker of when to become concerned about this. And it's closer to the midterms. That's what they're looking at. Right now, though, they're defending their actions and they're saying essentially, this is what Donald Trump promised to do. And it needs to be done. And basically short-term pain for long-term gain.
Let me back up and say that this is the reason Donald Trump got elected. They give it to somebody who worked in so many of these races. I saw it firsthand, and it was our own fault. When you went into these congressional races, some of which we flipped from Republican to Democrat, some we did not. In every one of those, we were underpolling what the president's numbers were like. And it was what exactly Brink said about affordability. But let's take that a step further. Yes, Donald Trump won, but he got less votes overall than anybody else on the ticket. So he got majority less voted for somebody else. But the other factor of that is that if you really look and you dig into those numbers, that Republicans who voted for him, not majority of them, but like 10, 15%, not the exact number, Frank, they were just tired of not being able to afford things. And they didn't like Joe Biden. They thought he was old and weak. They were willing to give Donald Trump a chance to return back to what they remembered 4 years prior.
There's a CNN poll that shows, aside from the idea of affordability, there's also the idea of Elon Musk and their views about him. And I want to put on the screen for everyone because it's showing that most Americans view Elon Musk negatively, 53%, by the way, to 35% favorability. And Frank, you recently spoke with a group of Democrats who voted for Trump, and here's what some of them told you about what they think. Listen.
I think he's straightforward. He admits mistakes, which is unusual, and I like that about him.
I believe he's a great businessman, but I also question his political intellect.
I think the president is using him as a puppet.
So is Musk impacting his own Trump favorability? Is he becoming a kind of liability? How do you view this?
It's both. And he's an asset when it comes to business skills. He's a liability when it comes to communication. I've met Elon Musk a couple of times, and he doesn't care about language. He's right at it, says what he wants to say, says what he means what he says. The problem is that he doesn't understand or fully appreciate that these are real people who are losing their jobs. These are families who've worked hard, played by the rules, and they're getting notices that they're no longer employed. And he's doing it in a way with a chainsaw that alienates people. There are a lot of Democrats, literally millions of Democrats, who voted for Trump because they had enough. And they thought that the Democrats were not going to get us out of this problem. They don't like what Trump says, but they agree with what he's trying to do up to a point. And there's a breaking point, and Elon is sometimes on the other side of that. So I want to give you a direct answer. What Elon's trying to do has majority support. How he's actually doing it does not.
Well, that's going to be the key. I mean, the idea that the end justifies the means, and the idea of the vehicle itself, I don't think anyone disagrees with the premise that you want to do away with waste and fraud. That makes sense. But how you do it, of course, is where the conflict is. And behind the scenes in the White House, is Trump feeling that heat on Musk, or the idea of that tension between what to do and how to do it? Well, certainly, and we've seen indications of that publicly. We saw, of course, that we heard about the private blow-up with cabinet officials. That was one of the issues, right? How these cuts are being implemented. But also in recent days, we've seen Donald Trump come out and publicly defend Elon Musk. He did the Tesla event with him just the other day. Part of that was reaffirming his support for Elon Musk. And what's also interesting is in recent days, Donald Trump has sort of added a line in his script where he has repeatedly begun saying, we have to do these cuts have to happen, but we have to be cutting the right people, and we have to be cutting the right agencies. And so that's sort of a shift from a month and a half ago. So I do think there is recognition that while the administration is firmly behind what DOJ is doing, a vast majority of the government needs to be cut and needs to be done the right way.
Less than 18 months away. There are 40 congressional seats that will run
I'm sending you surveillance images of
the
the
American
gangs
people
raid.
now are waking up to Elon Musk. Not popularity. Any place that we go right now. Because he don't know how to talk back. He's the richest person in the world. Americans now are starting to
Operation requires weapons and gear that can't be traced back to us. The good news is that this city is crawling with gangs carrying that kind of contraband. Half of them in cahoots with this very police department. So today we're gonna confiscate one cache of weapons and one stash of gear. If any of it ends up getting traced after our raid, it'll lead to these reprobates instead of us. I've sent you the coordinates of some appropriate targets. You don't need to hit them all. My advice is to investigate your options. Determine which gang is gonna have a loadout that suits your preferences and prioritize accordingly. As I was saying earlier, we need weapons and we need equipment. That's armor and masks. We don't want anyone at the Cracker Barrel factory catching a glimpse of your memorable face.
You just gotta sit back and fire it up. Invited to be a fan to his podcast. Congressman Falwell getting
established as the other targets on our list, so we should expect any serious trouble. Hunker down. They'll come after you hard now. I would brace for an aggressive pursuit.
Full house.
The edge and rash of moderate severe despite treatment, still under control. But now, I have the
These targets should have an ample supply of weapons and gear.
Up until right now. Great ball by him. Here, Dr. Shelby, he started today. This isn't some disordered gang off the street. This is a meticulously constructed militia that the LSPD will be afraid to mess with. But if you have the courage to target the equipment, you'll find yourself with an impressive loadout. This Marshall's file is a lot thicker than the others. They're formidable unit. Talking high power, meticulous security and military discipline. Do not underestimate them. They won't let any intrusion slide. Watch
much different interview, and I found Bannon, frankly, to be like a joke. Quite constructive, quite dishonest, and I don't think we're going to get anything out of that. The people I'm talking to, I was in Missouri 2 weeks ago, and I was in Boise, Idaho, Florida next week, are the Republicans who are affected by tariffs. People who are being problem. Missouri, the dentist and the healthcare company, people who owed millions of dollars for services he performed for USAID. He had to lay off a significant amount of the workforce. The Republican never been to a political event in life. He just wanted his government to honor its appeal. Governor of California, literally fearless, not on the hand for creating climate. Many states have learned a lot about
Is there a
Get.
So I think it's great from this Southern Indiana brothers, South Sudan. I know this more. I respect it. I understand it. But I think we learn a lot more when we talk to folks who are convertible. I don't think Steve Bannon got started that's the most have right now.
Bobby Terry?
Republicans, they own the government, and they have been shutting down the government for the last couple of weeks. And when you get rid of FBI agents protecting terrorism, you're shutting down the government. You get rid of bird flu monitors as the egg prices are going up, you're shutting down the government. You get rid of scientists as lethal rages across the country, you're shutting down the government. My issue with what Senator Schumer said, he says he wants 30 more days to negotiate a bipartisan agreement. That's a concept argument. Americans don't want a concept argument. They should only get 30 days because we don't trust them. It should be a probationary budget for Donald Trump to show that people honor the spending that's already been authorized that keeps us safe, protects our health care and environment.
The hours away from what the ultimate headline will be coming fallout. Up next, what President Trump and Obama what was they
We're not talking military levels of security, but they're no better criminals. So watch your six and don't get sloppy or they'll have the upper hand.
Sometimes my daughter flash her eyes and get them. But thanks to Sky Bridge, I'm freedom there. With Sky Bridge, I swim the back to clear skin. And many people will 100% when I'm free. Sky Bridge just started.
Serious allergic reactions.
Ask your doctor about Sky Bridge.
Liberty Mutual is all Chicago bonds for 2 days liquor credit. Auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Right here. Only pay. I've got the doctor do that last time. Yep.
A legal victory for Washington law firm is President Trump called the firm, Purpose Foods, suing Trump over his executive order suspending the firm's security clearances and access to government buildings. It's called the order a quote direct and imminent threat to their ability to represent clients. A judge today halting part of that executive order. Now, Perkins Coie represented Hillary Clinton. He's also involved in election litigation that Trump opposed. That may be why Trump is targeting the firm. The federal judge, Beryl Howell, called his order punishment for being disloyal, adding, quote, "This may be amusing in Alice in Wonderland, where the Queen of Hearts yells, off with their heads at annoying subjects and announce the sentence before a verdict. But this cannot be the reality we are living under." With me now, CNN legal analyst Elliot Williams. Glad you're here, my friend, because that ruling was certainly not pulling any punches. Do you agree with this interpretation that this was retribution by Trump?
Yeah, and I think it's a few things where she's correct. I think, one, getting in the way of clients of Perkins Coie and their ability to seek the representation that they want is problematic. Two, Perkins Coie doesn't really have a right to represent anybody. He will transact with them, but they are being impaired in their ability to do their job. And three, most importantly, it's a free speech question, which a lot of the behavior that Perkins Coie is being punishable here is actually protected.
Wow.
So the judge, like you said, came down quite hard on that. But I think she's correct.
Sometimes there's going to be deference to the executive branch of the President of the United States, and you have to sort of follow the you and what army. But there was something that what Trump should be doing was he's not instructed, should be looking at something, not be at all undermined. And the judge said that argument that will kill gamblers' time. Gave him that legal theory about wealthy people, and says those aren't sustainable in this case.
It's really not. And the bigger picture going here with the judges and making it explicitly is that what the president's doing is chilling other attorneys for potentially taking on clients that might be adverse to the president. There's a market-wide concern that if people take on clients that are going to have interests that are adverse to the president, that
Right? But the notion that a law firm would be philosophically on the complex federal building, right, means that this is a conversation that has nothing to do with Donald Trump, but now those clients who want to serve
They got crossways.
You know, this is also a judge who ruled against something that said a president is not a king. This is a separate matter as well. We've heard that from other judges as well, in Washington, D.C. in particular. Elon Musk, though, has been calling for judges who disagreed with Trump to be impeached. You have to wonder, will this now be a new target, or that these judges, all of them, they make a ruling that might run afoul to what the president wants, they also have a chilling effect.
Well, you know, honestly, when it comes to Elon Musk, he's entitled to hold judges' reasons.
DC specializing in Elliot Williams. Thanks to see you, my friend. Up next, I'm going to cheer us all up on this Wednesday night. Have you heard of for eating ice cream? It was his ice cream, though. Well, the two cops who actually went to the house to check it out. This is right there.
That's great, man. Exactly. Twittering is all the rage. Really, Twitter was funny. Where? Engagement. No one could possibly have understood where it was going. Twitter, Breaking the Bird, Sunday at 10, CNN.
Ever feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches and builds chronic migraine. In a survey, 91% of users wish they started sooner. So what? Talk to your doctor.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox. There's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Chronic migraine may still keep you from being there. Ask your doctor about Botox today. Learn how AbbVie can help you save it.
The time has come to the world. The time has come.
Get surface and APR for 60 months. 2024 GMC EV plus up to $17,230 package monthly savings.
Welcome to the Now Wave Network. They switched to Juniper's AI native network. And now everyone's so productive, they're operating at a higher gear. That's the Now Wave Network at work. With real AI, putting you in the fastest lane.
With a vision to see what's possible and the grit to make it happen, Morgan Stanley can help create the future.
Look at. He moves real quiet. Antonio is an incredible person. He has a cleaning company, and he is going to give his time to help us make sure that on March 31st, the starter house is clean from rooter to tutor, and we will be ready for the grand opening and therefore ready for the stakeholders, which is how we describe the women who will be living in the starter house, ready for the stakeholders to come in and start resting and start building for their dreams and what they're fully and truly capable of. So this is a quick live. I'm going to push this up though. Madison is in New York. Y'all Fag Talk is on the road doing shows, but we are working. Everything is continuing to move. March 31st, Transgender Day of Visibility will be the grand opening of the T.S. Madison Starter House here in Atlanta, Georgia. And y'all keep looking out for updates and maybe some other things that could be coming to where you can see how we're making things happen. But I wanted to shout out Nasom, the parent board making this happen, and Antonio and his incredible work. Because we forget that there's details that are necessary. Good morning. There are details that are necessary. There are details that are necessary. You can't just open the doors. Yes, it's a mansion, honey, but also because it's Madison, y'all know people will scrutinize it. And because it's Black trans women, we believe they deserve the best. They deserve a space that feels like it was tailored for them. It's affirming to their experience. And so one key piece of that is making sure that it smells like pine sol when y'all walk up in this thing. Amen. And it feels safe and it feels secure. So Antonio is a lifesaver. I have used him to clean my home for maybe the last 8 months, and it's just awesome. He has to download. He's one of those black men decided he didn't want to do social media, so he deleted the app. So he got to download apps to give me the links to his business. And once he does that, I will share those links because.
Don't be, because the line his mommy crossed, eating his ice cream, and called for help, well, they actually showed up. I didn't get ice cream. So that's so no calling 911 unless it's a real emergency, okay?
Girl, he called 911 on that lady.
Can you imagine joining me now, the officers who responded to the call, Officer Francesca Ostergaard, Officer Rachel Gardenier, Officer, thank you both for joining. I cannot imagine as kids, I don't know if I was kids, finally at that long time, but thank God you guys responded to it. Rachel, I'll start with you, Officer Gardenier. What was going through your head when you found out the actual reason for that 911 call? I would just like this call to be a true emergency for him. And if she'd be like, well, we have to let him know what the rules are for this. I mean, this is serious. I mean, ice cream going away, a very big problem. But Officer, man, you get your line of work. You absolutely know what's going on. How do you make sure that you come with the same level of concern, that it could be something serious, even though in this time, it
I would say you just have to treat every call the same. You have to make sure you treat it with the same urgency and delicacy and respect that you get that. In this case, the emergency was mommy and his ice cream. So you have to treat it as an emergency for him.
What I love about this story, I think you read the headline and thought at first, oh my gosh, please tell me this story ends well. Please tell me this is the kind of levity and nice moment that we all need in this world from time to time. But do you think, Officer Gardner, that he understands now that 911 is for, I'm going to call it the real emergency with little boys?
Yeah, he definitely understands now what situations arise for when you call 911. He definitely learned that.
What was so cute too is that both of you actually went back to the house, Officer Ostergaard, and you gave him exactly what his mommy had taken away a few days later. Tell me about that moment.
So it kind of just was like the next day, Officer Gardner texted me and said, hey, do you want to bring him some ice cream? I think after yesterday's lesson, we could give him the ice cream that he was upset about. He learned his lesson on what to call 911 about, so let's give him a little treat. So it's kind of just like a moment where we're like, all right, this isn't a call. We're just going to show up and give him his ice cream because he was really upset and we wanted to make his day.
What did you do when you got there, Officer Gardner?
He came running out with a huge smile on his face, and he grabbed the ice cream from us and had to run inside ready to eat it.
Oh, this is such a beautiful little boy with both of you there. What a sweet moment. Thank you so much, Officer Gardner and Officer Guard. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And hey, thank you all for watching. And the Cooper 360 is next.
Tonight on 362, the most powerful CEOs in America expressed their concerns about the president's tariff policy as he promises to respond to new tariffs from Canada and the EU. Also tonight, one day after the Ukraine ceasefire, Vladimir Putin addressed Southern fatigues cameras. What is that signal about their plans for war in Ukraine? And later, the U.S. said they didn't fire the experts. Did they? Tonight, a doctor who survived the war. Good evening. Strong comments tonight from two of the nation's most influential CEOs regarding the president's tariff policy and warnings about what they could do to businesses and the economy in the short term. Jamie Dimon at J.P. Morgan Chase has changed his tune on tariffs in a newly released interview with Semaphore. He now says that, quote, that J.P. Morgan Chase has changed his tune on tariffs in a newly released interview with Semaphore. He now says that, quote, uncertainty is not a good thing, and that businesses could change what they do because the tariffs 2 months ago that
are meeting in Canada for the first time since Donald Trump returned to the White House. The summit becomes amid global uncertainty of the U.S. president's major upheavals in foreign and economic policy. Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Quebec on Wednesday as world leaders remain focused on President Trump's tariffs, as well as the changes that he's made to U.S. policy on the conflict in Ukraine. This meeting coming as Russia claims significant gains on the battlefield, both along the front lines in Ukraine and in the part of Russia invaded by Ukraine last year. President Vladimir Putin is here visiting the Kursk region on Wednesday. His top general says hundreds of Ukrainian soldiers have been captured in the offensive there. And Ukraine's top army commander says Moscow is using airborne troops and special ops to push Ukrainian forces out of Kursk. President Putin believes victory is in hand with that.
In the near future, the task is to finally defeat the enemy that is still engaged in combat operations, who has dug into the Kursk region as soon as possible and completely liberate of the Kursk region.
So far, Russia has not said whether it will agree to the U.S. post-civilian ceasefire.
Damn it!
Economics class way out next. I'll talk about.
Then it would continue fighting right now. But the question is how do you get Russia to the table and when?
Get more and at least some sort of repair between the relationship between the U.S. and Ukraine after that pretty disastrous Oval Office meeting that we all remember. And then finally, assuming that this will result in a positive outcome and Russia agrees to sign onto a ceasefire, I'm curious, what would it look like on the ground, on the front lines? How would troop deployments look, and who would be on the front lines?
The answer is we don't know that yet, Polo. We know what some questions are. How many troops? We don't know if it's going to be a large number or a small number in a monitoring group. We don't know where they will come from.
Is the UK really going to put 7,500 troops in the ground? Is France? Hegseth at one point talked about non-European troops. What does he mean by that? Would NATO accept 30,000 Chinese unreported? Those details are critically important, but we're just not there yet. And those are going to be the things that are going to make Ukraine feel like it has a credible security guarantee or not. And so those details are really important. But right now we're building the rules of the game. We're not playing the game yet. That's next.
We'll be watching along with you, Mike. Thank you so much for your expertise.
My pleasure.
Turning now to escalating trade tensions between the U.S. and its allies after the European Union and Canada retaliated against President Donald Trump's tariffs on all steel in the U.S. Europe was the first to strike back Wednesday with tariffs on goods, boats, motorbikes, even bourbon. The EU chief called the U.S. tariffs unjustified.
Tariffs are taxes. They are bad for business and worse for consumers. The countermeasures we take today are strong but proportionate.
Canada is also hitting back, announcing more than $20 billion in retaliatory measures on U.S. goods, including steel and computers. Mark Carney will be expected sworn in on Friday, as Canada's next prime minister says that he is ready to talk with.
I'm ready to sit down with President Trump at the appropriate time under a position where there's respect for Canadian sovereignty, and we're working for a common approach, much more comprehensive approach towards trade.
Trump, meantime, is threatening to take further action after the retaliation by Canada and by Europe, sitting alongside Ireland's Taoiseach Michael Martin in the Oval Office on Wednesday. He accused the EU of treating the U.S. very badly.
We're going to be doing reciprocal tariffs. So whatever they charge us, we're charging them. Nobody can complain about that. Whatever it is, it doesn't even matter what it is. If they charge us 25 or 20% or 10% or 2% or 200%, then that's what we're charging them.
But Mr. Trump's trade policy isn't just rattling U.S. allies. Americans are also feeling the economic news, with leading CNN poll finding that most are simply not impressed with his handling of the economy so far. CNN's Jeff Zeleny has those details from the White House.
President Trump is repeatedly embracing his economic policy, even as a CNN poll shows that 56% of Americans say they disapprove of his handling of the economy. And 6 in 10 Americans in particular say the tariff policy is not the correct one. The president is doubling down on this policy, saying that he's not inconsistent. That's not what's roiling the markets. He's saying he is being flexible. We asked White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about that. In a sense that the market and business leaders are not understanding what the president is trying to do, or that they don't like what the president is doing. How do you explain the stock market?
It's a snapshot of a moment in time, and we expect there will be good days and there will be bad days, but ultimately Wall Street and Main Street are going to benefit from this president's policies as they did in his first term.
With new tariffs on the way seemingly every single day and reciprocal tariffs coming in April,
The administration is holding straightforward on the path of saying that tariffs will eventually lift the economy. That very much is an open question, certainly in the minds of the stock market as well as in the minds of some of the president's own supporters. But for his part, the president is saying that it is flexibility, not uncertainty, that he is using as one of his central positions here. Now, going forward, there is no doubt that the economy will be one of the major factors he's judged on. The White House watching these polling numbers
like I said,
as
it
well.
is your first time, so
Jeff Zeleny, CNN, the White House.
There are wild.
One day after President Trump held an apparent electric vehicle auto show in front of the White House with Tesla CEO Elon Musk, his Environmental Protection Agency announcing plans to basically undo climate policies that would have pushed power plants and also car makers to use cleaner forms of energy. The EPA also plans to roll back rules on liquid and coal ash pollution and also eliminate programs overseeing environmental justice and diversity. While the administration is also preparing to strip the EPA's authority to manage the pollution that causes global warming, critics saying that these actions would sacrifice human health to benefit private industry. Climate and environmental groups are vowing to challenge these statements. A lot still to get to. The Palestinian activist and U.S. president detained by the Trump administration is still immigration detention. A look at why this case is raising some questions about free speech in the United States. Plus, he was called the Punisher. Now, Rodrigo Duterte is behind bars at the International Criminal Court. Ahead, the message that the former Philippine leader had for his supporters.
Excellence on your journey.
No! Cut it out!
Right now, it could be harming your
Stop!
back pain, stress, and serious health
Had enough of
risks build
this.
up from sitting too long. But motion changes everything. Introducing Ready Rocker with its patented Rock Perfect design that supports your spine as it helps improve posture, relieve back pain, boost circulation, and release endorphins for your overall well-being, no matter where you are.
Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
It's too long just uncomfortable. It's unhealthy. Ready Rocker, he makes sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
Including babies, helping with posture, back pain, and stress. We did customer modeling that truly improves
lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day. One foot on the body to stay in the same position. And that's why the Ready Rocker is so effective. The rocking motion instantly keeps you fit and helps you ease pain, reduces stress. It actually releases endorphins in the brain. It's a miracle step.
I used to be in pain all the time, but with Ready Rocker, no relief. And I'm in a better mood. I feel it everywhere.
I can literally feel the stress being taken off of the joints while rocking. My back stopped hurting, my arthritis felt better. It's just wonderful.
Now, you can join the movement that's changing lives and helping thousands find relief. 5% off your purchase. Really, don't ship it. We're free. Plus, we have got this bonus hand tote bag.
Ready Rockers changing lives one rock at a time.
Experience the relief for yourself.
Call 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. That's 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. Call now.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. My hose is lightweight, my hose will not kink, and my hose is anti-leak. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new pocket hose, copper bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow to a full-size 3/4-inch hose. It stretches and expands like a rubber band. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking and squeezing that water out until it's practically bone dry. And that makes it easy to carry and put away. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, similar to the technology used in forest fire hoses because it's light and tough.
3 times stronger than the other hoses. It's guaranteed for 10 years. Nearly impossible to tear or snag. And the redesigned connector protector helps stop leaks at the spigot. But my favorite part of our new hose build, the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Easy on and off, even with gloves. With more than 100 patents worldwide, it's the best pocket hose in the world. Get the super light 25-foot pocket hose copper bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. Simply use your thumb to turn off and on. And with 10 unique patterns, you'll have a setting for every job. It's a $30 value. Yours free with every 50-foot copper bullet. But it's not available in stores. This is an exclusive release of our newest pocket hose. There is a strict limit of 3 per order. Don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-372-7153 or visit copperbullethose.com. So call 1-800-372-7153 or visit copperbullethose.com. Order now.
I'm Eleni Jokos in Dubai, and this is CNN.
Take your time. You own the place after all.
The Philippines' former strongman president Rodrigo Duterte is now in custody of the International Criminal Court in The Hague.
Stay strapped.
You see and hear a group of his supporters. They showed up outside a detention facility as he arrived there on Wednesday. Hours earlier, he released this video from the plane that flew him to the Netherlands. Duterte is facing murder charges related to his ruthless, deadly war on drugs during his administration. But he said he'll take responsibility, quote, for everything and protect the police in the Philippines as well as the military.
Far from the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, the country's former president, now in The Hague and accused of crimes against humanity. His dramatic arrest in Manila on Tuesday, the result of an international criminal court warrant only served after a U-turn by the country's current president, Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
My order to them was that if they're holding a gun, kill them immediately, so there will be one less criminal.
Dubbed the Punisher, Duterte oversaw a brutal, years-long crackdown on drug pushers that allegedly left thousands dead. More than 6,000 people were killed, according to police data, but independent monitors believe that the number could be into the tens of thousands, including bystanders caught in the crossfire.
What is the crime that I committed?
Duterte has repeatedly denied the extrajudicial killing of alleged drug suspects, and although the verdict could take years, his arrest is significant. First, because the former Filipino president will be one of a very small number of former leaders to have ever been taken to trial. But also because the Philippines had actually withdrawn from the ICC under Duterte in 2019.
Alright, I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
Were allegedly committed when it did have jurisdiction.
Have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.
Though it relies on the cooperation of national governments to execute its warrants. It's seeking the arrest of both Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu on charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity for Israel's actions in Gaza, and Russian President Vladimir Putin for his invasion of Ukraine. Outside the ICC, celebration